Good evening and welcome to Seneca High School for tonight's boys basketball game between Cherry Hill West and Seneca. I'm Jackson Gruber here with Jeff Provost. Jeff, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
I think we're going to have a showdown between two Olympic Conference teams who are struggling this season and not living up to the expectations they thought they would have in the beginning.
Well, we'll just have to see when we come back shortly with the start of the game.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. Dan Higgins Wood Flooring Warehouse, your hardwood flooring specialist since 1985. Flooring showroom located in Medford, New Jersey. On the web at danhiggins.com. Rothman Orthopedic Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, and 76ers. For orthopedic excellence, think Rothman first. www.rothmanortho.com. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Paradise Solar and Electrical LLC, your trusted electrical and solar contractor in New Jersey. 609-801-2420 or online at paradisesolarllc.com. For more information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 868,000, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Well, as mentioned just a few moments ago, here at Seneca's basketball game tonight, I'm Jackson Gruber on the call here with Jeff Provost.
How you doing tonight?
Doing good. Looking like we got great weather in here tonight.
Absolutely. It is senior night, so you can expect these players to potentially be playing with a little bit more passion. The last hurrah, potentially.
A little more pep in the step for two teams tonight that, as you mentioned earlier in the at the top of the broadcast, these are teams that aren't playing exactly where they want to be right now, both a notch under 500.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you take a look at the Olympic Conference standings, you have the Cherry Hill West Lions, who are down at the bottom there with the Seneca Golden Eagles. And down the street here, Shawnee is playing Winslow for the conference championship tonight, even though most of these teams have losing records and 3 losses.
And now it's time for the Jostin Sideline Report. Remember your year with a one-of-a-kind yearbook for your student. Yearbook and parent ads available online at jostins.com. And now down to Amelia Spratlin.
Thanks. Before the game, I talked to Seneca's head coach, Coach Weiler, and I asked him what the team has done to make sure they finish in the paint tonight. He told me that they've been doing drills, finishing with contact, and practicing their downhill dribbling towards the basket. I then asked him how their defense has grown so far this year. He told me that they've worked on communication, stressing their help defense, and they've been practicing every day. We're in for a good one. Back to you.
Thanks, Amelia, for that report. Another good one.
Yeah, I mean, even though these teams might be struggling this season, it should be a hard-fought game. They're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, looking at the numbers going into this, you really don't see anything from either of these teams that really knocks them out of competing in this one.
No, I mean Cherry Hill West last year had a pretty good record, 20-8, and they lost in the quarterfinal of the state playoffs, or really the second round. But yeah, they must have lost some seniors. It just hasn't gone their way this year.
And it's time now for the equitable keys to the game, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other need-based products since 1859. Equitable. Together we'll build the right strategy for your future. Call it 732-452-7275. Now for Cherry Hill West today, their key to the game is to play strong team defense.
Yeah, I mean, look what the Eagles just did in the Super Bowl. Defense can take a team a long way. Turns to offense.
Now for Seneca, as Amelia pointed out earlier, they want to make sure that they finish in the paint.
Absolutely. You can't just rely on the deep ball all the time, and you dribble, penetrate, and hopefully get some points in the paint.
Now commonality here for both of them tonight is they want to make sure that they limit turnovers.
You can't win a game with turning over the ball all the time, so I think that's kind of unsaid for every game, but certainly a key to this one. The fewer the turnovers, the better.
Yeah, certainly. Neither of these teams are ones that, especially off the stretches they've been coming off, want to keep throwing away chances. Yeah,
I mean, you turn the ball over, you lose an opportunity to put up points. Obviously, I'm just stating the obvious here, but it's gonna whoever scores the most wins. And again, that's an obvious statement, but turn it over, you're not gonna get those chances.
Yeah, certainly. You can't be the one putting points on the board when you don't have the ball in your hand.
Absolutely. Now, as Amelia said, Cherry Hill West was talking about playing strong defense. Well, Amelia in the beginning here said, Coach Weiler from Seneca, who was his 7th year as the head coach, he talked about defense with her as well. So obviously both teams are looking to play some stellar defense tonight and hope to shut down the opposition.
And now we'll be right back shortly with the start of the game.
The Project Lead the Way non-resident student tuition program offered by the Lenape Regional High School District at Seneca High School features a dynamic science, technology, engineering, and mathematics curriculum. In this 4-year program, students build skill sets that prepare them for the future.
Being in the Project Lead the Way program sets these students apart from other seniors that are applying to different colleges and universities. The students that have written to us have all expressed that they feel just so much ahead in terms of the types of projects that they're doing, in terms of their preparation and their understanding of engineering in general.
They're getting exposure to content that outside of this program they would never otherwise get. They're hearing things now for the second time in college instead of it being the first time. Coupled with the hands-on experiences that you get in class, I think really prepares you in a way that just taking regular science and maybe other STEM classes don't really put the whole package together.
The aspects of Project Lead the Way that really appeal to me are the hands-on experience that we get by using tools present in the classroom and the teaching experience that we get from real engineers.
As an engineering major myself, when I look at what the kids get exposed to in this course, they're so much better prepared to take the rigors of what an engineering major is going to give for them in college and then ultimately a career in there.
I think Seneca's program is great because it is cohort-based. They all know each other, they're all comfortable with each other. That comfort allows them to do genuine peer review. They can really critique each other very well, and it always helps them get better.
Even if you're not interested in the engineering aspect, you learn life lessons that you can use down the road, such as failure is important to succeeding and creating better solutions.
There's a lot of soft skills and problem-solving skills that will carry with them no matter where life takes them.
Students that complete the PLTW program can earn up to 9 college credits, all while receiving a superior LRHSD education that includes access to all activities and athletic opportunities offered at Seneca High School.
Seneca has a lot to offer. We have all of our athletics. We have tons of clubs and activities that really put any student at ease because there's something there for them.
I'm a part of the softball team, and I love our team because we're such a close family, I'm also part of the robotics team, and it's a hands-on experience that I don't think could be matched by any other club.
The best thing about Seneca as a whole, and it is kind of our mantra, which is Seneca family. And it's really about the culture and the relationships that the students have with each other, with their teachers, and as a community.
The teachers are very welcoming, especially for extra help, or like if you don't understand something, you can come in after school and they'll help you out.
Seneca family to me is just being in a community of people who really care about each other and look out for each other and want the best for everyone.
For more information about and to apply to the Project Lead the Way non-resident student tuition program at Seneca High School, visit lrhsd.org/tuition. The Project Lead the Way.
And all right, we're back here. Just looks about a half minute away from the start of this game here between the Cherry Hill West Lions and the Seneca Golden Eagles.
Absolutely. You see they're 9-11, 11-12, both teams under 500, but you know, want to finish strong to the season and hopefully take some momentum into the next year. I know there's only a couple games left on the schedule, so you know, they're going to try everything they can.
Yeah, but you talked about building momentum for next year, and although we saw 5 seniors on senior night for Seneca, but neither of these teams are too overwhelmed with seniors, so they can certainly try and build something here to take into next year because they still have a number of players who they'll be with next year.
Absolutely, and you look at Seneca's roster, I mean, their top 2 scorers are underclassmen. You have a junior and a sophomore, so certainly, you know, these are good games to get some good minutes at the varsity level and build their rapport.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of people, when you look at 2 teams that are mediocre like this, would think not too much to play for, but every minute you can get out there on the floor, that's another experience you can learn to take for next year.
Absolutely, and the pride alone. You know, every time you take the court, you're going out there to win.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly, neither of these teams came here to lose tonight, and even about an hour ago, we saw the 2 JV squads facing off tonight, and neither of those squads looked like they wanted to lose either.
No, that was a pretty good game. Cherry Hill West pulling away at the end there, but.
At this time, please direct your attention courtside for the introductions of our starting lineups. First for the Lions, number 0.
Starting lineups here. Starting off with the away team, so that would be the Cherry Hill West Lions. So far, they've said number 0, Matthew Liskowski, number 2, Brandon Johnson. We got number 11 here, Drew Polano. Number 13, which is Carter Gill. And last but certainly not least, looks like number 24, Corey Morton.
At this time, we would like to honor Seneca's youth basketball program. And now, the starting lineup for your Seneca Golden Eagles. Number 20, Gavin Talent.
So for the Seneca Golden Eagles here, number 20, Gavin Talent. Number 5, Elijah Monroe Martin, who is a senior. Same with Gavin Talent. Number 3, Owen Golick, who also is a senior. Luke Rath, who's also a senior. Oh, they must be starting all the seniors. I'm catching on. A little slow, but. So another senior, number 0, LJ Hagan. So pretty cool, pretty cool. As a coach myself, anytime you can get the seniors out there on senior night, it's an awesome thing. Oh, little LeBron James homage there. You know, the baby powder, throwing it up, getting hype.
Always good to build in just a little more momentum, a little more energy in the players right before tip.
Absolutely. That was awesome. I don't think I've seen that at a high school game. Probably a reason why I haven't. You can see there, looks like we have some youth cheerleaders in the building, helping out the Golden Eagles cheerleading squad. And we're going to take a brief break for the singing of the national anthem. Beautiful rendition there from one of the Seneca Golden Eagles cheerleaders. And I believe she was one of the ones who was announced during senior nights. Didn't recall the name. Lily, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Lily Teppers. We're trying to cheat. There's banners that are behind us honoring the seniors, but a little bit difficult to read if we're being honest here. So nonetheless, great old tradition.
Yeah, certainly a good start tonight for the performance from the Seneca cheerleaders. And as you mentioned, looks like they have a pretty crowded group over there on the cheerleading squad, helped by some junior assistants.
Ooh, the baby powder needs to be cleaned up. That's why LeBron always did it court side, not on the court. Perhaps a lesson learned.
And the officials at the center of the court are very much appreciative of Seneca for that display there, making Seneca's number 0, L.J. Hagan, clean it up.
Last thing you want is anyone injured due to an unnecessary thing.
Looks as though it's given both of these coaches here another minute or so here in their opening conferences before the game.
Yeah, getting some last-minute game planning going. Oh.
And now the janitor staff is out here with a broom. Figured that the towel wasn't enough.
A loud ovation for the custodial staff here. That's great to see that appreciation.
Yeah, always remember to give a nice thank you to any janitor you see, because they're never getting enough credit.
Absolutely not. They make these schools run, and they're underappreciated.
And now the referees are out there to test to see whether they're approving of the janitor's cleaning of the situation.
I never thought we'd have a baby powder delay. I've heard of rain delay, lightning delay, baby powder delay. It's a whole new one.
You see something new every time you come out to one of these games.
And I see a ref shaking his head no. I don't know if that means he's not satisfied with the cleanup attempt there, or
looks as though the custodial staff is no longer at the spot, has left the court.
I think they got to go get a power washer.
Man, how much how much can one baby powder celebration do?
It's I mean, that was a lot of powder. For a minute there, I thought there was a fire extinguisher that was used.
You can still see, and I think that's what the refs are not a fan of. You can still see patches of white over by the three-point arch on the Seneca side.
Yeah, the officials here did not look too happy. That's for sure.
Yeah, they've stood about with their arms ironed to their chest in disappointment the entire time.
They're all in the same pose. They should get a picture of that.
Do you think they planned that, or do you think that just happened?
I would love to know. I would love to know. Seneca's coach, Jeff Weiler, doesn't look overly upset. But, you know, look, these guys are seniors. For some of them, it could be the last time they play basketball, you know, at a competitive level. Obviously, this isn't their last game, but it is the night honoring the seniors. And why not have a little bit of fun, you know? I think as a coach, you kind of support that.
And if that fun just so happens to buy you maybe an extra minute or two in the huddle on the sideline, coach will never be too mad at that.
No. Perhaps it was planned, now that you mentioned it.
Oh, and it looks as though the custodial staff have now gotten the water bucket and mop duo. Prepping the mop over in the corner of the gym.
Oh, man, I hope no one had plans after this, because I don't see this starting on time. It's certainly already well past tip-off.
Looks as though the West players on their side are getting antsy, trying to re-limber up after this extended delay.
Yeah, you get all hyped during the national anthem. You're standing there with your brothers, and, you know, all of a sudden you go cold. You go cold. You warm up for a reason.
And we'll be right back after a short delay once we've gotten this court situation fixed up.
The Lenape Regional High School District has up
We are back
After
a long delay.
Yeah, there was certainly a saga down there trying to clean up the floor. We went from towel to broom to mop to towel, and practically everyone on the Seneca team, half the East team, came over to check the floor and swab it. All 3 officials were down there. A lady even came down off the stands to help clear off, but we're finally ready to tip this thing off.
We think.
Hopefully. The officials moved towards center court, and hopefully that means we're good to go. And that tip is won by number 20 for Seneca, Gavin Talent. And now play starts here from Seneca, from Luke Roth, and a tray is thrown up by number 3, Owen Golick, and he makes it.
You love seeing that, the senior get the opening bucket on senior night. I'm curious to see what Coach Weiler does here and how long he keeps the seniors out there for, but great steal.
Golick again with a steal. This time goes for a layup and just eases it in off the backboard.
He is certainly feeling it, feeding off the crowd's energy. You love to see it.
Quick start for him tonight, getting the opening 5 here for Seneca. Now we got a foul on Seneca here. That one will come on number 2, Luke Roth. Number 2, Luke Rath. Apologies, I cannot read my own handwriting.
Yeah, that gets you every time.
And now that tray for West was thrown up by number 13, Carter Gill. He's their top scorer so far today, but that one sails out of play off an air ball.
Thrown up about sums it up. That was not the best looking shot, low percentage, not great.
Now play here comes from Seneca, from the senior, Elijah Monroe Martin, who pushes it out, and that tray bounced off the rim. That one coming courtesy of L.J. Hagan, making his season debut. Now three-pointer aired up from number 11 for West, Drew Polano. And he's opened up the scoring here for the Lions.
It's exactly what you wanted if you were the Cherry Hill West Lions.
Now play coming here from Rath. He pushes it down low to number 20, Talent, and he drains it.
That was a strong take. And if I'm remembering correctly, I believe one of the keys to the game was finish in the paint, and that was a great finish in the paint. He had 3 defenders all around him, goes up strong and gets the bucket.
Looks as though another key of the game we had was limit turnovers, but looks as though West failed that as we're going back down the Seneca way via Luke Rath.
These keys to the game are really coming into play already.
It's almost like the coaches thought them when they were bringing up their game plan.
You would think.
That tray bounced off the iron, and now we're coming back up with Cherry Hill West, now pushing down to the corner. That one's off number. Now we're over at the top of the key with number 0, Matthew Laskowski. He pushes it down to Carter Gill. Pushes it over to the other side to Corey Martin. Dribbling, passing all around the key. Nearly a steal there from Seneca. And that one not able to find the net as Seneca try and lead the fast break. Pushes it out to the corner. Ooh, that takes an air ball there.
Bit too strong there. Golick almost had his second steal of the night.
Yeah, he's had a strong start here tonight.
I think they just got that one on him though, which I didn't think it was there, but I'm also not wearing the stripes.
Yeah, the call of stripes is the ultimate word as Seneca take their second foul of the night. Inbound finds its way to number 11, Drew Polano. West eyeing up their options from Laskowski. He pushes it into the corner. Over to Gill. Now Laskowski's going to chuck up a 3, and he drains it.
2 threes there for West. They're very much right in it.
Brought this to within 1 point. Ooh, beautiful block there from number 24 of West,
That was
Corey Martin.
Big block.
And now Laskowski went to go down low and heave up a layup, but that one was taken out of bounds off Seneca.
It almost looked like Cherry Hill West was going to have a fast break opportunity there, but great defensive job. You just have to slow them down a little bit. And they did that.
That inbound from Gill had to travel a long way to find its way to Laskowski. Now back over to Gill. Ooh, and a great steal there by Rath for Seneca. Had to hold up a second there before he put the layup up, but he puts it in and fires up Seneca right into the timeout.
Yeah, if you're Cherry Hill West, you are not happy at the start of that game. It's a little bit sloppy. You know, it's limit turnovers, as you said and we said, and the keys to the game, and that has not been the case so far to start this one.
And West, as you certainly said, they're not happy as they take their first time out of the night tonight. Looks as though it's a 1-minuter.
Less than half the first quarter, they already taken a timeout.
Yeah, interesting to use one early, but certainly you got to think that their coach there, Coach Batty, didn't like it because, as you were saying, they've been playing a little rough and they've had to rely on 2 threes to hold themselves in this game so far.
Absolutely, and you know, Coach Batty there is taking the timeout so it doesn't get completely out of control. And honestly, he's probably just going to tell his team to calm down here, play your game. You know, obviously Seneca's jazzed up because it is senior night, as I said in the beginning of this broadcast. But Coach Batty, you know, he'll figure it out. Led a team to 20 wins last year. This is, I believe it's his second or third or so year coaching. So.
Yeah, and you don't get a team to 20 wins without knowing how to cool down and rile up a team.
Yeah, just tell them to, hey, calm down, play your game, go out there, do your thing. Still early, very early. Curious to see how they respond.
Now Gill pushes it out to Polano. Over to number 2, Brandon Johnson, who's checked into the game. That tray rims out. And now Seneca trying to push it up court, trying to move with a little pace. Over to number 23, who eyed up a shot, but's going to push it out back to center court. That pass misses, but Rath's able to hold on to it.
That was a good coverage there. Had his teammates back. You love to see it.
West putting a lot of pressure on defense here. Rath nearly mishandled that pass, but he's able to corral it. Now he's barking signals to his teammates. Got it over to Talent, who sets the pick for Rath to hook up a 3. Not able to connect.
Great board.
Yeah, great board, as you said. Another great board for Seneca, but not able to hold on to it. And the second chance effort didn't go through for them.
Couldn't corral it, but you know, offensive rebounds are the most underrated stat in basketball. Give your team fresh life, new opportunities.
Another missed 3 there from Cherry Hill West, which would have tied the game, but now we stand with number 23, Williams for Seneca, bringing it up, and his layup will bounce off the rim and corralled by Carter Gill.
Williams averaging just a hair over 12.5 points per game, so you know, that's the guy who Seneca wants the ball to be in his hands.
Certainly he's the number 2 scorer behind the sophomore, Nate Sauerweld.
Who we've not seen yet, but he does look like he's at the scorer's table, getting ready to check in.
Now that 3 for West, that will be drained there by number 2, Brandon Johnson.
Silky smooth, tie game.
And now West, as they've been doing so far tonight, they've been relying on the tray, and this time they're able to convert to even things up. Rath settled there at the top of the key and sent signals around.
Yeah, you take a look at these two teams, there's not a distinct height advantage, perhaps maybe West, but it's Seneca who's really doing a great job on the boards.
Yeah, Seneca, as we mentioned, one of the keys to the game was finishing the paint. They've been struggling a little bit with those second chance efforts, and now we stand with Cherry Hill West as Carter Gill tries to drive down low. That one comes off the board, but he gets his own board, and now it's down on the ground for a jump ball.
That was good. That's good by Carter Gill to jump on that. You give yourself a potential opportunity at another possession.
Now the inbound from Cherry Hill West stands with number 0, Matthew Lasowski. Although we will have to wait a minute, because on that fall it looks as though the shoe came untied of Kingston Williams.
All the pressure, everyone in this stadium, gym is looking at you as you tie your shoe. It's always a little slower.
Every eye makes it harder. Now we have just had 2 check-ins for Seneca. Number 14, Nate Sauerweld, and number 0, LJ Hagan. Now Sauerweld getting in early with some defense there. Now pushes it out to Laskowski. He finds number 15 at the top of the key. Now Polano's going to throw up a 3, and he gives West their first lead of the game.
It's living and dying by the 3 here, and all their points so far have been the 3 ball.
Now over to Monroe Martin on the left side, dribbled around trying to find something. He's going to send it over to Justin Mercado, who's now running the offense. Now down low to the sophomore Sauerwald. Now Martin kind of stuck in the corner, finds Williams down low. He pushes it back out to Monroe Martin. That one comes off the front of the iron, and Seneca able to get the rebound.
It was a strong take, but it was a tough shot. He was a little out of control there, and just you don't get a great shot if you're unbalanced like that. Is that another 3?
That is another 3. That one coming from Andrew Blaylock.
15 points, 5 3-pointers. You do the math. Beautiful.
Yeah, that gives West the first 2-score lead of the game. Furious rebound fought for there by number 23, Kingston Williams.
Yeah, Williams, that was tenacious. That was awesome.
There was a little bit of a reach in there for a steal by number 11 there, Drew Polano of Cherry Hill West. But the official called it a foul, and we see two substitutions here for Seneca.
Second team foul on the Lions of Cherry Hill West.
And now Luke Rath, the senior, he's leading play from the center of the court. Now pushes it out towards the side.
I'd have to imagine they're looking for just one last shot here to end the quarter, see what they can do.
Eyed up a 3 there, now pushes it out to Sauerweld. Well, time's running out, he puts one up, and that one falls off the rim.
Yeah, you got to credit Cherry Hill West there. They did a great job to ensure that Seneca was not going to get up a good look and potentially cut the lead down.
Yeah, that we were talking a little bit about how odd the decision was to take a timeout so early in the game, but West certainly proved its effectiveness as they've now come from behind and stretched to a 15-9 lead over Seneca.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this guy's been around. Like I said, 20 wins last year. He knows a thing or two about coaching, and certainly it was a good time to take it. He knew what he was doing.
And now during this brief break, while both teams are over on their sidelines drawing up their plays, we will get to see a performance from the Seneca cheerleading team, although not with their junior assistants this time.
Yeah, where are the junior assistants? They're watching on. They're learning. Future Golden Eagles.
One day that could be them.
So pretty back and forth first quarter there, but every time you make a 3, it's one more than a 2.
Let's take a look now at the replay, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy, on the web at ivyrehab.com.
That was a great steal there by Luke Rath, the senior, and a great take. Great concentration. Perfect play.
And just as you mentioned, Rath, he dished it out there. Now he finds himself in the corner, eyeing up a shot, but really looking for a pass, and finds number 22, Cole Keating. Now over to Mercado. Sends over to Williams, who looks to eye up a 3. And that one bounces off the rim, as so many of the recent Seneca shots have.
Just a bit too strong there. Came off the right side of that rim.
Skowski finds Polano, who's over on the right side of the key, pushes over to Morton, pushes over to Laskowski, trying to make a drive down low, throws up the layup, and scores the first 2 tonight for West.
You mean to tell me they can score not 3-pointers?
I know, it's a novel concept for West. Really liked that 3 in that first quarter.
I was hoping we kind of saw only threes from them all night, which would have been just ridiculous, but
It would have been a sight to behold.
looks like Williams just inadvertently took an arm to the face there, but I really like how he's playing down there in the paint. He's giving his team opportunity after opportunity.
Yeah, and playing in the paint certainly something that Coach Weiler wanted to emphasize with this Cherokee team, or Seneca team. So it's good that they got some people doing it. Now Rath stuck in the corner, pushes it out to Williams.
As viewers know, there's no shot clock in high school, so you can be patient as you want, but eventually someone's going to feel they have to throw up a shot.
And that shot comes off of Williams, but that one off both the rim and the backboard as Seneca continue their dry streak.
Yeah, and obviously Williams is a scorer, as we talked about, almost 12.5 points a game, but just seems to be a little off the mark tonight. We'll see if he can hone that in a little bit and put up some points.
Oh, a little bit of miscommunication on that pass. Actually, they're gonna. Oh, the unpopular decision there. It looked as though the official was gonna give a throw in for Seneca, but this one will go for the Lions.
Yeah, the one zebra overruled the other.
Yeah.
He had a better angle.
The officials tonight haven't had as much impact as they did before the game with the baby powder delay.
Yeah. I might even see one of these officials smile. They were not happy with the baby powder.
Now Cherry Hill West, as they have all game, standing outside the key, trying to eye up a shot. Now Blaylock's going to drive towards the rim and win himself a throw-in.
Looks like Seneca's playing a little zone. A little 2-3 zone, maybe?
And Laskowski putting a lot of onions on that inbound pass. Now West got it down low in the corner with Williams. And that pass is ruled to just be errant, as this will go back to Seneca.
Another turnover.
Yeah, a little slow, a little sloppy play here we've seen at the start of this second quarter. Only 2 points scored in the first 2.5. Rath trying to change that as he pushes it out to Sauerwald. Back to Rath, who thought about a shot, but then nearly loses his dribble. But play remains with Mercado for Seneca. He's going to try and make something of it, and that pass is deflected by number 12 for Cherry Hill West. That is Christopher Williams on the steal.
And in the hands of Drew Polano, just waiting there is, oh, what did I find? Next thing you know, he's holding the rock.
Now Laskowski going to drive low, puts the pass away, and no one able to cleanly cover the board, but Sauerwald was able to do enough to win it for Seneca.
And that was a great job defensively by Gavin Talent.
Yeah, able to steal away a sure basket there from the Lions. And now Seneca gonna throw up a 2 from just inside the key, and that one will be drained by Cole Keating, his first of the night.
Certainly ends a little bit of a scoring drought there.
Yeah, Seneca gonna, after this defensive possession, gonna try and make a little momentum out of that, but Laskowski hoping to not give Seneca an inch here. He's gonna drive down and throw up a 2 of his own. That one comes off the rim, but collected by Williams of West, and we will take a foul off Seneca. That one by number 20, Gavin Talent. First one of the night for him.
Yeah, I'd love to see that one again. I'm a little perplexed.
And we apologize to Mr. Talent for mispronouncing his name for the first quarter and a half there, as we see a timeout called just halfway through the second.
Cherry Hill West coach again taking the timeout. this isn't necessarily to stop any run or anything, just to regroup and probably hammer home a few points that he talked to him about in the locker room before the game. And on the other side, Coach Weiler probably telling his squad there, you can't get it all at once. You got to chip away, play your game, and see if you can make something happen. Limit the turnovers and go play.
Yeah, Seneca going to try and build some momentum here in the second half of the second quarter. After first half of the second quarter, we saw two points scored for each team. Skowski will stand as the harbinger of the offense. He's going to make a drive down low, and that one will go in off the iron.
Certainly a much slower scoring start this quarter. Wowzers, great take there by Nate Sauerwald. That was awesome. Little up and under. Woo.
And Sauerwald, he's been, haven't seen much of him so far tonight, but he's been Seneca's top scorer this year, so expect a couple more to come from him.
Absolutely, and he's only a sophomore, so he's got a couple more years of this.
Yeah, certainly someone that Coach Weiler's happy that he can put on the court.
Absolutely. If you're the coach, a sophomore playing at his level, you're excited for the future.
Now some quick passing around the key there, and now 3-pointer scored by number 11, Drew Polano, which brings him up to 11 points on the night, half of the scoring for the Lions.
He is really shooting the ball well there, but that was just great overall ball movement by the Cherry Hill West Lions there. They were patient. They got Seneca's defense to move a little bit and found the open man.
And now Seneca there displaying their great rebounding ability, but not necessarily their ability to shoot in the paint. But they were able to draw a foul for Mr. Talent.
On number 2, Brandon Johnson, a senior from Cherry Hill West.
Ooh,
put a little salami on that one. Get that thing to fall.
Rim certainly wanted to toy with him there for a little bit before that one went down.
Toy with all of us.
His second one goes in a little cleaner this time.
That's what he was looking for. They're called free throws for a reason.
That cuts the West lead down to 7 here. Now stands at another great, little bit more great ball movement. As you said earlier, they've been passing that rock real quick.
Yeah, you know, and when you're moving the ball that well, it's tough on the defense because sometimes you can get caught up ball watching and you lose the guy, and that's tough. That's tough. But Cherry Hill West certainly taking advantage of it. And again, I believe that was Drew Polano.
Yeah, Polano's been hot tonight, 4-3 for him. And Seneca able to answer there from number 23, Kingston Williams.
There it is. Need to get him going. Certainly need to get him going.
Yeah, been a little slow from him tonight, but he's found himself on the scorer's sheet. Somewhere he'll hope to keep himself.
It was a good answer by Seneca, though. Wide open.
Ooh, not able to convert, and Williams able to get himself a board after that tray.
See if Seneca can take advantage of this because he was wide open. That's almost inexcusable defensively.
Monroe Martin pushed real quick down there, and Talon able to get the rebound and is able to put it in and draw the foul as well.
That was a strong take. He's getting absolutely mobbed out there. See if he can get the three-point play.
Talent, the only person we've seen tonight at the line, and he'll take a second trip there off the foul by Carter Gill of Cherry Hill West. And Talent makes it a perfect 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight.
And it's really cutting into that lead there.
Yeah, that 10-point lead we saw a second ago, that's now standing at 4 there for West.
It's as if the timeout hurt them this time. Helped them the first quarter, potentially hurting them this one.
Now Jordan Wise-Jones there, he got put in a phone booth, but he's able to get out of it. And Laskowski's going to be the one to put up the 3. Not able to find anything as Seneca running the fast break there with Sauerwald. He's able to put the layup up, and oh my Lord, he put that one in.
That was incredible. It looked like Cherry Hill West defender got a hand on it, but still just a strong, strong take, and he was able to get the 2. It's a 2-point lead for Cherry Hill West now.
So, yeah, just like that, Seneca's all in this, and oh, that's gonna hurt West. Carter Gill took a bad dribble, and it found its way onto the sideline.
All the credit to Elijah Monroe Martin there.
Yeah, great defense from him to force that turnover, and the West side line is not sitting happy right now.
And that was some tenacious D there. I mean, that was incredible.
Now Monroe Martin's won himself the right to distribute play here.
30 seconds left. Our scoreboard on the TV is a little, actually, no, there you go. It caught up. But certainly going to play for one shot here, see if they can potentially tie the game or even take the lead going into halftime. And if you're Seneca, you got down early, you'd be so pleased with that.
Now Monroe Martin finally going to make the push, and this time he finds out Golick put up the 3. Now collected by Sauerwald. He's trapped in a corner, going to hail up a 3. Not able to convert.
Still, even though they didn't get that last shot there, it was a great job by them to make this a little bit more of a game.
Yeah, certainly a great second quarter there for the Golden Eagles to bring this game within just 2 points. To only trail the Lions 25-25 at the half.
Very much in it. Absolutely very much in it.
Yeah, very close one, very even game.
Looks like we got another performance here from the Seneca Golden Eagles cheer squad. If you're Coach Batty of the Lions, Cherry Hill West, you're probably not too happy with how that ended.
And now let's take a look at the replay, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy, on the web at ivyrehab.com.
This was that Nate Sauerwald take. Oh, I'm curious to see. Yeah, the defender did get a good hand on it, but not enough to deter it. And you can see the determination by Nate Sauerwald there. I would argue potentially an and one opportunity. The refs, they'd argue against me.
And we'll be back shortly with third quarters after a word here from our sponsors.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. Dan Higgins Wood Flooring Warehouse, your hardwood flooring specialist since 1985. Flooring showroom located in Medford, New Jersey. On the web at danhiggins.com. Rothman Orthopedic Institute, the official team physicians of the Phillies, Eagles, and 76ers. For orthopedic excellence, think Rothman first. www.rothmanortho.com. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Paradise Solar and Electrical LLC, your trusted electrical and solar contractor in New Jersey. 609-801-2420 or online at paradisesolarllc.com. For more information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 868,000, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Seneca's size is ideal. With a smaller school community, kids have more opportunities to be involved in things, and from a teacher's perspective, I get to know all the students, regardless if I have them in class or not. Seeing them in the hallways or on a sports team or in a club or in a production at school, you really get to know everyone because it's that smaller environment.
My favorite part about Seneca being a small school is that you truly get to know everyone. You get the opportunity to build lots of relationships with all of the students and all of the staff.
It's not too big and it's not too small. It's like a great environment to where you can feel really close to people, and some of the closest people in my life actually came from Seneca.
The Lenape District
And welcome back here to Seneca. We're just about a moment or two away here from the start of the third quarter as the Cherry Hill West Lions hold a 25-23 lead here over the Seneca Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Cherry Hill West team we're going to see here. Are we going to see the one that came out lighting it up in the first quarter, or are we going to see the one that failed to score a little bit there in the second quarter? Now, it is worth noting that these two played just recently on January 21st, and that was a overtime win by the Lions. So the score here isn't, it shouldn't be that shocking.
Yeah, looks as though, a great deflection there from number 23 for Seneca. That will be Kingston Williams, but able to push it out for a Lions throw-in. Now Skowski's going to push it out to top scorer for them, Carter Gill, top scorer on the year, though he's been blanked tonight. Tonight their top scorer and the game's top scorer has been number 11, Drew Polano, who's managed 14 points so far. Yeah,
he's picked up the slack there with Carter Gill, who, he can't be on every night.
Now it's going to find its way to Laskowski, who's going to push down low and finds a pass out to the corner. And Corey Morton tried to make a three, but that one came off the back of the rim.
He was pretty wide open there.
Yeah, great vision to find the pass there for the Lions, but just not able to convert. Now Luke Rath will be leading the drive there for Seneca, going to push out to Williams. Eyes up his choices, and it's going to set the pick for Sauerwald. He's going to try and drive down low, but pushes out to... Tried to push out there to Talent, but Sauerwald's going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, Sauerwald is having a fantastic season. He's, according to Coach Weiler here, he's on pace to set highs records by a sophomore at Seneca in points scored, points per game, 2-point field goals made, total rebounds, and offensive rebounds. You can't ask for much more from a player as a coach.
And there we saw a minute ago, Corey Morton not able to convert on a wide open tray. That one he makes sure goes straight down the drain to bring Seneca their first points and West their first points of the third quarter.
I had a little deja vu, but the ending was different.
Now Rath, he's going to be the one in control here for Seneca. He's going to try and push down low. Pushes out to Williams, who's going to huck up a three. That one comes off the front of the rim and is, after a moment or two, corralled by Laskowski, who draws. Are they going to rule that he stepped out?
Yeah, I had a really good look here, and it was pretty darn close, but I do think ultimately Mr. Official got it right, and it looked like he did step out, trying to push the pace there a little bit. So fortunate there for the Seneca Golden Eagles. They don't want this one to get away from them in the third.
Yeah, Williams is going to restart play there, sending it out to Raff. Now Raff finding itself to Golick, who had a great start to the game, but has been a little slower since. Now Golick going to try for his first points in a little while. And Sauerwald with a emphatic rebound.
Fantastic rebound.
Golick that time puts up a tray, but not able to convert. Now Seneca rushing to play defense as Laskowski's trying to slow things down a little bit here with West.
Could be a West adjustment, but that possession was the first time that Talent touched the ball this half, and perhaps they honed in on that and said, hey, shut him down.
And now Morton, who we've seen a good bit of in this third quarter, he put up a three, and now Sauerwald on the drive, not able to convert, but Rath's able to cover for him.
You know, you think it's an easy layup, but those are hard to miss. You have so much momentum going forward. You're thinking to yourself, oh, I got to make this, and unfortunately a little bit hard off the glass, but a great cleanup there.
Now number 2, Brandon Johnson for Westcott, put in a phone booth, finds Morton for the umpteenth time out in the corner, but pushes out this time to Polano. He was hot in the second, but not able to start off the same way in the third. Now Williams leading the fast break here for Seneca, takes a dive, not getting any ruling. He's back up and puts the layup in.
There you go. Look at the hustle. It's just a hustle play to keep that alive and ensure there was no turnover there, and the lead's down to 1.
Yeah, Coach Batty there down on the west sideline. He started barking signals after that lead cut to just a singular point. Now Laskowski finds Morton on the outside. He's going to pass out to Gill, finds Polano. Now Laskowski pushes it out to the corner again. That quick ball movement from the second quarter is back for the Lions. Morton put up a layup, not able to convert, as a stout Seneca defense stops it. And now Golick on the receiving end of the fast break as William puts up a three, and Seneca has their first lead in a while.
There you go. First lead since early in the first quarter.
Yeah, in a game that's seen Cherry Hill West on the top side of the scoreboard, now finds Seneca in that position.
Two pretty evenly matched teams here.
Now Gill's going to put up a three, trying to get both his momentum and the team back on the right foot, but not able to convert as Seneca gets the ball with the lead for the first time in a very long time.
Very long time. We have, I thought we had almost a hockey style line change, but I think three are coming off, three are going on.
So, certainly a big certainly a big switch there for Seneca after receiving the lead. Now pushes it out to Williams, the man who just got them the lead. He pivots and finds Monroe Martin.
Seneca doesn't need to force anything here.
Yeah, starting to slow it down and look for a little bit cleaner shots. Mercado's going to throw up a three, not able to convert, but Hagan on the rebound.
Great hustle play. That's all you could ask for.
Now Williams again, this time dekes out and finds Mercado, who's going to drain a three.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Now it looks as though Coach Batty's very calm and collected down in that sideline there as we go to the replay, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
Oh, the missed three that turned over for Nate Sauerwald, who doesn't score, but got to give all the credit to Luke Rath, not giving up on the play and making the effort pay off there.
Now West trying to recollect themselves here from Jordan Watts-Jones. Excuse me, Jordan Wise-Jones. He finds Polano down the corner to Morton. This time nearly had it stolen away by Mercado, and they're going to rule that that was out of play on Seneca's number 0, L.J. Hagan.
Yeah, Hagan almost made the play there to get the turnover, to steal the ball, but sometimes you get a bounce, sometimes you don't.
Now Wise-Jones was getting double teamed as Seneca's putting some real quick and real stout defense on here, but West still trying to push it around, trying to find that shot as they've been doing.
Call me crazy, Carter Gill is still scoreless here.
Certainly something we didn't expect here from Seneca, and the crowd and the Seneca fans are not a fan of that, as it looked like I don't mean to voice too much of an opinion, but it looked like a clean takeaway there from Polano, but the official was not a fan.
But at the end of the day, they have the last say.
That's why they're the ones in the striped shirts and we're the ones up in the booth.
Absolutely.
Now the hot potatoes flying around there with West flew a little too fast as Talent's able to win it back for the Eagles.
Elijah Monroe Martin with a great disruptive play there and just fell right into the hands of Talent. I want to see Talent a little bit more involved offensively. And there he is. Gets the and one.
Receive.
Wow. The opposite of the commentator's curse.
The commentator wishing it into existence.
Sometimes you get lucky.
And now haven't seen too many trips to the line tonight, but all three of them have come for Mr. Gavin Talent of Seneca.
And I believe he's perfect from the line.
Yes, he is.
And that's the commentator's curse. Nope.
You can't will a jinx into existence as Gavin Talent goes to 4 for 4 from the stripe tonight.
You know, it's a shame. Coach Wilder made note that Gavin Talent missed his entire junior season with a torn ACL. So it's great to see the senior rebound and have the night like this on senior night. You know, certainly a night I'm sure he circled on his calendar, but you know, injuries are a tough part of any sport, and Seneca certainly had to have missed him last year based off his talent, what I've seen tonight.
Yeah, certainly someone they're real happy they got on the court tonight and have been able to get onto the court every game so far this year. Now West looked like they had a three they were
Whoa.
setting up for, but the deflection was by Mercado, and Seneca pushes the other way.
Only just over a minute left in this third quarter. Whoa, first quarter. I thought there was still a baby powder delay. Third quarter here.
Now in a game that for the longest time we saw Cherry Hill West just a nose ahead of Seneca. Blink and you miss it. Now you see Seneca up by a score of 8.
Be huge if they could get this to double digits.
Yeah, certainly something that Coach Lawler would love to see right before the final break.
That was just a careless pass, unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, ping-ponged around, but West having trouble holding on to it. The Hot Potatoes flying a little quick there. Now bouncing around, finds way to Johnson in the corner, but he's stuck there. Finds Wise Jones.
I think Seneca's done a pretty good job of ramping up the defense this quarter.
Yeah, now Laskowski at the top of the key. That one's picked away by Mercado, and he's going to run it down, and he's going to toss it up off the front of the backboard.
Nate Sauerwald getting absolutely mugged down there. That was a great turnover, forced turnover by the Golden Eagles there.
Yeah, great forced turnover. Not able to convert on the layup, but able to win the foul.
Looks like Seneca's coach here, sorry there. Jeff Weiler is taking a full timeout here, probably going to discuss how he wants this quarter to end. Only 23 seconds left. Do you play for the one shot? I certainly think that would be the strategy if I was the coach. Good thing I'm not. Basketball not my strongest forte, though I did coach it once. Just once. Well, one season.
Well, I mean, I'm much less of a coach than you, and you said you're not much of a coach, but I certainly have to agree that they're probably going to try and find just one last dagger here to end this quarter off on the right foot.
There's no reason not to. Like I said, no shot clock in high school basketball, which can be annoying at times, but certainly the opportunity to bleed this clock, so to speak, and try and get the last say before we go into the fourth and final quarter.
Yeah, certainly be huge if the Eagles were able to end out this third quarter sitting double digits ahead of the Lions, who have not found themselves trailing much tonight, but have trailed for a good portion of this third quarter here. Looks as though this inbound will come from Justin Mercado down just under the net, but we'll probably see play flow through Jordan Wise-Jones here, and not Jordan Wise-Jones, Elijah Monroe Martin in the last few seconds here, as he's been playing at the top of the key for them a lot tonight.
You know, that took a lot of discipline from Luke Rath there not to throw up that shot. It looked like he had a good one, but he knew, you know, what they discussed during that timeout was to let the clock go and try and get one possession.
Yeah, and you see Monroe Martin just running it down, just a handful of ticks left. Now Rath's going to pass it out. That three is going to be hurled up there. And not able to convert is Justin Mercado.
You know, not the best shot there, but really inconsequential in regards to, you didn't turn it over and give the Lions a chance to make a play there and cut the lead. So, you know, if you're Seneca, you got to be feeling pretty good. If you're Coach Weiler, you got to be feeling pretty good. You know, I'm looking at Coach Weiler's coaching history here. 21 years he's been at, all of them at Seneca. A couple with JV, many with Frosh, and 7 with Varsity. So I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's the whole time Seneca's been open.
It's time now for the Jostens Sideline Report. Remember your year with a one-of-a-kind yearbook for your student. Yearbook and parent ads available online at jostens.com. And now down to Amelia.
Thanks. During the half, I talked to Seneca's head coach and asked him how they plan to keep the momentum going because they had a really great run at the end of the first half. He told me that they need to figure out Cherry Hill West's defense since they're playing a really good matchup, and that the offense will get going if the defense does. And it certainly has, since they've completely turned this game around here in the third. I then talked to Cherry Hill West's head coach and asked him how they're going to keep forcing turnovers. He told me that they've been doing a good job on defense, but they need to step it up and put more effort in. Back to you.
Now, as we've mentioned, Jeff Weiler has 21 years here as a coach here with Seneca, but I think he has another profession as fortune teller, as he pretty much in that halftime sideline report predicted how the third quarter would go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Willed it into existence.
And now Seneca will start with the ball after their strong third quarter.
Would have been nice if they scored to end the third and get the first possession in the fourth frame here, but all the same.
Now Monroe Martin, who's getting some pressure put onto him, and he's forced to put a pass down for Polano. And Laskowski is able to run it down and put in the easy layup to get the Lions up to 30 as the Lions nearly steal it back away. But Williams able to push it out to Sauerwald. Seneca really tossing that thing around as Williams finds a three-point opportunity.
Ooh.
And Sauerwald not a fan. He went to make a break for the rebound, but the official thought the break broke a little too much.
I think that play left a sour taste in his mouth. I couldn't not.
I mean, when the opportunity is there, you got to go for it.
But I did see it playing down. It did look like he had a hold there and prevented the defender from getting the rebound.
Now Seneca putting some strong defense on. Able to push it over. Back with Laskowski. And Polano, who had a hot second quarter, but quiet in the third. Might be looking to start something as Laskowski drives down and is able to win himself a foul.
Took a hard tumble there. Looks like he's all right. You love to see his teammate rushing to his aid to help him up. It's what a coach wants to see, knowing your teammates got your back. Interesting enough, Carter Gill, the leading scorer of the Lions, on the bench.
Yeah, he's still been blank tonight. Laskowski not able to convert on his first shot from the line.
Laskowski, a junior here, having a pretty fine season himself, averaging just under 10 points a game here. Or actually just over 10 points a game, sorry. Looks like he missed a couple games in the season.
Laskowski's second effort from the line is able to convert that one. Gets himself a point.
You're Seneca, you can't tighten up here. I still would like to see the ball in the hands of talent.
Now Williams trying to drive down low, ran into about 4 defenders as Sauerwald's going to throw up a three that had much too much mustard on it.
Looks like they're calling the foul here. Yeah, not a jump ball, calling the foul on Luke Rath. A little late to the party, perhaps. I didn't think there was much there, but.
In a game where we haven't seen too many fouls, 2 players for Seneca have just made it to the 2-foul mark, Gavin Talent and Luke Rath. Now Laskowski pushes out to Morton, finds Laskowski down in the corner, who doesn't think about shooting.
If West hits a 3 here or a big play, I'd expect to potentially see a timeout from Seneca.
And there's the big play you willed into existence, but
no timeout. I would have loved to have been right there.
Hey, you were still a little right in calling the big play.
Seneca just can't get tight here. You know, they've been playing so well, and then slowly the lead is slipping away.
Now down low, the drive there was from Talent, but shot was blocked as West's able to take it away. And now this possession, they have a chance to even up the score or even put themselves back in front. Now Morton's pushed out too. He tries to push it outside.
Wow.
Ooh.
A little whoop-de-doo. And there's the timeout.
Timeout. Just one play later.
One play away, but definitely necessary. Just tell your guys, calm down. Just relax. Everything's fine.
That bucket there for the Lions came off Andrew Blaylock, who was able to get the finger roll to roll in. And now our score is evened up at 3 dozen apiece.
Just a little over half left here in this fourth frame. Even score if you're a neutral. Couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, certainly a great game for someone who doesn't root either of these teams like myself.
There's a decent crowd tonight.
Yep, looks as though the Eagles came out to support their seniors tonight on senior night.
It's always nice to see.
Really packed this gym tonight.
Decent student section too. Don't know how many of them are really engaged in the game, but hey, they're here.
Now Sauerwald here for Seneca. They've been a little slow this fourth frame, trying to find something to get the energy back. Now Williams trying to push down low, finds Mercado, who runs into a couple brick walls. And that shot's low, but Sauerwald's able to find it and put it back in.
That's what you needed, a good second effort there.
And now Laskowski is able to find Morton as West tries to get play restarted. Morton there took a slide, but able to convert the pass.
Not because of the baby powder.
Not because of the baby powder, and the officials made very well sure that it was not because of the baby powder.
Opposite side of the court too, but you're absolutely right. We'd probably be done this game now. We'd know who would won, but again, baby powder delay.
Although no complaints from us, although probably a couple complaints from the people who had dinner plans tonight.
Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so good thing it wasn't tomorrow night.
Yeah, now Polano got a double covered there. Now a lot of pressure there from that Seneca defense, able to push it out. Now the layup opportunity was put up there by number 15, Andrew Blaylock, but the big sophomore, Nate Sauerwald, was able to throw that thing back out of bounds.
Great play, really. And you know, I just can't, I know I said it probably less than a minute ago, but the leading scorer of the Lions still sitting in between his coaches on the bench.
Yeah, now Laskowski, the one leading that drive there. Well, we see a foul there off the Golden Eagles. That one will come off of number 11, Justin Mercado, his second tonight.
Seneca's putting up a couple fouls, could potentially lead to foul trouble later down the stretch. Hopefully not, because there's a distinct 4 fouls. Seneca 0 for the Lions. Big steal there.
Yeah, Polano certainly pleaded his case with the ref there for a foul. A lot of action down low there as Sauerwald went for the board.
I'll tell you what, Cole Keating, for Seneca, definitely had his jersey pulled there.
And looks as though the official agrees with you, as we see. Actually, never mind, no foul there, but an inbound from Seneca. Sauerwald finds Rath. Now down into the corner with number 22, Keating.
Getting it down low to Sauerwald, who's willing to do the dirty work.
Ooh.
Great. Oh, Sauerwald almost got in there, disrupted to get the rebound. Strong take here by Laskowski.
Yeah, Laskowski ran a beautiful fast break and converted the layup and ran an even beautiful roll off the side of the court there.
Yeah, he had all his momentum going.
Now Williams driving down low, trying to answer. Able to get his own board, though, but that one's deflected. He's able to hold on to it
right back
again.
into his hands, though.
It's like the ball has got magnets in his hand. Mercado not able to convert on that one as Blaylock's able to get the rebound for West.
You know, you got to give the Golden Eagles here. The shots aren't falling, but they're giving themselves plenty of second opportunities by being really aggressive with the boards.
Although the officials might argue maybe a hair too aggressive as they've notched 4 fouls here.
That is an astute observation.
Laskowski now driving down low, trying to put it up, and Rath able to collect the board as West haven't been getting too many boards tonight. Williams driving down low.
And he gets that one to fall, and that's a big one. There's just over 2 minutes left here, and they take a 2-point lead. Obviously, a lot happens in the final minute, 2 minutes of every basketball game where teams really start to tighten up and clamp down.
With that last bucket a second ago there, Kingston Williams brought himself onto double digits as he gave Seneca a small 2-point lead here, just under 2 points. That feels like 20, but every bucket feels like 10 points at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tight, tight, tight contest here.
That timeout will come from the West bench.
Coach can't have that many more timeouts.
What? Twins. Now just under 2 minutes left on the clock here at Seneca as the Lions here take the inbound, trying to get themselves back even. Now Laskowski the one starting play. Ball's pushed out there to Morton. Over to Rath, over to Polano. Now Laskowski thought about a triple there. Now he's going to start to drive down low, gets under the board, tosses out to Morton, who throws up a 3, and he drains it.
And that's a huge shot. And he knows it.
And Morton, with just under 90 to go, has flipped this script as now Seneca the one trailing by a point.
Almost gets the steal on the other end there, too.
Yeah, Seneca going to have to really control that ball here. Now over with Sauerwald.
Getting chippy. Look at that. Little Ramahamma-Dam-Dam in there.
Monroe Morton tried to drive down low. Looks as though we have a whistle and a foul. That foul will be on number 12 of Cherry Hill West, Christopher Williams.
Seems to be some confusion here. Coach Batty is on the court, very upset that they called this a shooting foul.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was not alone in his anger as Laskowski pleaded a very strong case with the referee, but nonetheless, Elijah Monroe Morton will stand at the stripe.
Wow, soft rims. I always said Shawnee had the softest rims in South Jersey. Now I'm starting to question that.
I think Monroe Martin's heart leaped out of his chest as that one flew into the rafters, but somehow it's able to fall to even this score up.
Found its way home, always does.
Exactly 1 minute left on the clock for after this second foul shot here from Monroe Martin. Second shot from Monroe Martin. That one drains. Now
wow.
Seneca holds a 1-point lead as Laskowski brings play up for the Lions.
Pressure is back on West right now. Those are clutch free throws. I always hated standing alone at that line. I missed more than I made.
Seneca putting a whole lot of pressure on this defense as Martin tries to put a spin move on. And now Blaylock drive down low, and the rebound falls.
Like a warm knife through some butter. That was too easy. It's a little bit of a letdown from Seneca's defense there.
Monroe Martin nearly lost it, but this time he drives towards the rim, and that one falls!
Wow! Bounce, bounce, bounce.
The rims are active tonight, and we got a timeout from West. And just had two heart-stopping shots that both, I think, took 3 bounces off the rim. We stand here with just 14 ticks left on the clock, and Seneca holding a 1-point advantage.
That was wild. I didn't think it was going to go. It looked like it was going to corral off the rim to the right, but got to get my eyes checked, I guess.
I didn't think the last West shot would fall either.
Yeah, he had a lot of momentum driving towards that rim, but he just found a way to sneak in through a gap. Honestly, you could have driven a Mack truck through that gap, but I digress.
Now this should certainly be a good final 14 seconds, as I don't think anyone has a heart rate under 100 in this room.
I know I don't.
These benches are certainly lively, even though these teams can only put 5 on the court, as the West bench nearly flew into the rafters after that last bucket they made.
Yeah, you know, it is West possession, but they are the ones down right now, so pressure's on them. The last thing Seneca can do is give up a cheap foul here that's going to put one of the West players on the line. Now, Carter Gill did check in for that last possession. Be curious to see if he comes out of the break. He is on the court, so, you know, Seneca, just don't foul. Don't give up an easy shot, but don't foul. Now, Coach Weiler does have some timeouts in his pocket, I do believe, and Seneca can always use them if they need to. You can feel the crowd. You can see them stomping. It's reverberating out throughout the gym.
It's electric here as Skowski put on an acting job to try and get that foul. Not able to get it.
Not at all.
Polano nearly able to drive down low, but he didn't handle it. Pushes it out to Morton. Time's running low. Gill's going to heave one up.
Whoa.
And it falls short.
And
there's some confusion there. Looks as though West is trying to get the foul. The referees don't know what are conversing.
It looks like it will be 3 shots.
Oh, and the
shooting 3. He's going to be on the line alone here. There is no time on the clock. Are you kidding me?
Now the officials are going down to talk with the scorekeepers. And number 11 there for Seneca, Justin Mercado, is about to scream his head off. I think the entire gym is with him.
You know, it's unfortunate to see the game end like this, but...
Oh, it looks as though the officials have put back 4/10 back onto the clock for after these three shots from number 13, Carter Gill. He makes the first one.
Well, we're guaranteed an extra frame here.
And the top scorer for the Lions finds himself on the scorer's sheet at a very pivotal time. Second shot for the lead. He drains it.
He makes it.
And now the Lions with a 1-point advantage here.
If you are Seneca, you got to just feel absolutely like you just got drop kicked to the gut.
It always hurts when it comes down to an official decision, but you always feel that the official, maybe he didn't have to call it, but they're going to be really dismayed if this one turns out the way it's looking here.
Yeah, that's a tough way to end if this is going to be it. But, you know, Seneca will have a faint hope. See if Coach Weiler can draw up something out of the ordinary here that, well, we'll just have to wait and see. But, you know, credit to Carter Gill. He's had an off night, and he comes in. He spent most of the fourth quarter on the bench, you know, after being their leading scorer this season, and comes in and obviously hits a few clutch free throws. But remember what I said, if you're Seneca, the last thing you want to do is foul, and unfortunately, that's what went down.
I know you're trying for that announcer's curse all night, and you finally got it at what, for Seneca, is the worst possible time.
I feel terrible, absolutely terrible. Not as bad as these Seneca Golden Eagles, though, if this was to be the way it ended. But there's always a chance.
There's still 4 ticks left on the clock, and we just saw a miracle for the Lions. No reason to doubt the possibility of one for the Eagles here.
Absolutely.
Carter Gill will return to the stripe. It's weird to think of him as a hero, as only putting 2 points on the board, or potentially 3, but certainly feeling that way for the Lions.
I wouldn't be so shocked if he missed. Oh.
He drains it. Seneca trying to find an inbound. Sauerwelt heaves it up. That one's caught by Williams. He's not able to get the shot off.
Oh, imagine that. That is a tough loss. These refs can't get out of here quick enough.
And the Boo Birds are flying high tonight, flying higher than the Golden Eagles are tonight, as there's a lot of emotions going down in those final high fives down on the court.
Final seconds, really. Again, this game was decided in overtime just a mere few weeks ago.
And all said, all the commotion done, after all the delays, after all the commotion, the Cherry Hill West Lions will walk out of this court, if they're able to walk out of here, with a 46-44 win over the Seneca Golden Eagles.
I'll tell you what, both teams had a big lead at one point, and you didn't know which way this game was going to go, but credit both teams for hanging in there and giving themselves an opportunity to pull out the win and get closer to 500 on the season.
Yeah, for a game that featured double-digit leads for both times, this one really shaped up to be a pretty great thriller, one to rival potentially the overtime game from just a few weeks ago.
Cherry Hill West did indeed get to 500 on the season with the win tonight.
And you got to feel bad for those Golden Eagles who put on a great performance and had the win in their grasp with the clock ticking 0, showing them above the Lions. But one of these teams had to lose, and when it gets down to the wire, it's going to have to be a heartbreak. And now great showing from both sides tonight.
I'd have to imagine Coach Weiler is going to be watching that over and over. Matter of fact, I am watching him watch it right now. Let's see if we can get some sort of reaction out of him.
For the moment, it looks as though he's interpreting. Nothing visible from him yet as he, and there you see it. And we'll take a break from that for 1 second. Take a break from Coach Weiler as we go now to the player of the game, sponsored by Equitable, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. Equitable. Together we'll build the right strategy for your future. Call it 732-452-7275. And now let's send it down to Amelia, standing by for the interview.
Player of the game, Carter of Cherry Hill West. Carter, those three foul shots that you had tonight were your first 3 points of the game. How did it feel to have that pressure and then make all 3 of them?
Yeah, I mean, my shots weren't falling early in the game, and coaches just told me to stay ready, so I knew when I had the chance to deliver, I had to come through for my team.
Exactly, and this was a crazy, exciting, and competitive game. So what do you think was the biggest factor to help you guys win tonight?
I mean, the biggest factor, as it usually is just playing together as a team. Like, when we came together and played together, won more passes and everything, that's when we got better shots, and that's how we ended up winning the game.
Great job, Carter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amelia, for that. Great interview down there with someone we didn't expect to be as quiet from, but he certainly made up for it in just the final 0.4 of a second there, Carter Gill.
Isn't it funny how probably wouldn't have even been considered for player of the game until the last 1 seconds.
And now it's time to take a look at the Allstate Good Hands Play of the Game, sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC. Call at 609-654-1426 or email at michaelmcdyer@allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands.
As the rock is in Carter Gill's hands, we're watching, I don't know if that was the first or the second, the way the bench reacted. It could have been either, really. But he did get 3 attempts there. And that was the third and final, it appears.
Yeah. And now let's take a second here to shout out this crew that we've had from LDTV who's worked this game. On the announcers, we've had myself, Jackson Gruber, here with Jeff Provost. As you just saw a second ago was our sideline reporter, Amelia Spratlin. And our Option 2 crew has been Morgan Carr, Ethan Davis, Matthew Sostorf, Jeff Price, and student crew of Jimmy Schachtel and Cade Trozo. And from all of us here at LDTV, thank you for tuning in to such a great game in which the Lions took a very small lead over the Seneca Golden Eagles. Thank you all for watching. And that's been all for us from Jackson Gruber and Jeff Provost and all of us here at LDTV as the Cherry Hill West Lions take a 46-44 heartbreaking victory over the Seneca Golden Eagles.
Certainly lived up to its billing.